In a small village in the Brazilian state of Minas Gerais, hidden between silent hills where the fog seems never to dissipate, ancient murmurs circulated, stories everyone knew but few dared to repeat after nightfall. It was the legend of the Mula Sem Cabeça, a cursed creature that galloped along the dirt roads, letting out impossible whinnies and spewing fire wherever it went. But in that village, they said it did far more than that. They said it chose someone. It all began on a cold night when Helena, a young woman newly arrived in the village, decided to ignore the warnings of the older residents. Don't go out after midnight, don't walk through the fields, and above all, don't answer if you hear a horse call your name. She laughed. She thought it was superstition. She thought it was an exaggeration. But that week, something changed in the village. Dogs barked at the wind, chickens thrashed as if seized by invisible hands, and one morning, 3 residents claimed to have seen an orange light burning the road, accompanied by a metallic, rhythmic trot that made the ground vibrate slightly. The next night, Helena awoke to a strange sound, not exactly a whinny, but something between a warm breath and a muffled cry. She thought she was dreaming until she realized the window was shaking, as if something were right outside. She got up slowly. Outside, the fog seemed to pulse, illuminated by an orange glow that came and went like the breath of a huge animal. And then she heard it.
Helena!
The terror was so absolute that before she could stop herself, a whisper escaped her trembling lips.
Who's there?
It was a puff of air, almost nothing, but it was enough. The trotting stopped instantly. The silence weighed down. The creature had received its answer. The orange light stopped right outside her door. An immense silhouette rose up on the other side, casting shadows that writhed on the walls. It had no head, but from it emanated a hot, living smoke that snaked through the crack under the door, searching, sniffing. Helena covered her mouth, desperate, as the creature delivered 3 dry knocks on the wood, like impatient hooves striking. The entire house shook, objects fell, the light flickered, the walls seemed to breathe. And then, silence. For a few seconds, Helena believed it was over, that the legend was just a scare, that the worst had left, until she heard a laughter, muffled, distant, but unmistakable. And it was coming from inside her own house. Helena slowly spun around. The orange smoke was accumulating behind her, dripping from the ceiling, forming the silhouette of a woman with blurred features, as if made of dying embers. She opened her mouth, but she had no voice, only fire. And Helena finally understood the part of the legend no one told. The Mula Sem Cabeça didn't just chase, it chose a replacement. The next morning, the villagers found only hoof marks burned onto the door of the house. Helena was never seen again. But that night, as the wind scratched the village windows, everyone heard a new trot echo across the fields. A lighter trot, but accompanied by a human cry that came from the beast's own throat and mixed with the metallic sound of hooves burning the ground. It was the Mula Sem Cabeça, carrying the soul of its new prisoner. So, what did you think of this story? If you want to see other scary legends, unexplained mysteries, or cases that keep you up at night, leave a comment here. Your opinion greatly helps in choosing the next stories for the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That way you won't miss any new dark tales. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you hear the sound of hooves passing by your window tonight, pretend it's not about you.